Time for another anniversary milestone video. I don't know how long I'll stay at 70,000 with the way things are. I'm thinking of places where my channel won't be taken down, and I'm thinking the last things to get deleted in the world will be porn. So I'm considering going to OnlyFans or Pornhub or Chatterbait or something like that next, or maybe all of them as backups for my channel. So look for me there if we go into total shutdown. But I want to say, in response to a couple of comments I had, that I do notice you. Noticing these days is not just a matter of something that's enjoyable, or as they say in Casablanca when Rick says, "Here's looking at you, kid," romantic, but something that's a matter of survival. When people get locked down, as in the movie I had discussed in my previous video, there's the implied threat that it won't just be a lockdown, but people will also be made to disappear. And that's something that you've made me a very privileged person to have, in that if someone were to try to disappear me, there's the implication that I would certainly be noticed, that my absence would be missed. And that's something that's important to everyone these days, is to be told that they won't be taken away without someone seeing and fighting. So thank you all very much for your support for the channel and for your noticing of me. I wish I could get to everybody. I'm not very quick, unfortunately, in responding to emails and comments. It takes me a lot of time to write them, so I can't get to everyone. But I definitely appreciate all you've done to support me. There's a phenomenon I've talked about that's become a feature for these milestone videos, and that's something that happens here as well, just below the Max Bell train station. Throughout Calgary, there are these hidden water bodies that are renamed out of existence when development occurs, or taken off the maps, or unnamed on the maps, or otherwise hidden. And that's what's happened here as well. Down below me, directly behind me, there's a spot where they wanted to extend the parking lot a little bit, and they dug into the hill to do it and put in a retaining wall. And there they struck a spring. So although you might know it, might not know it, this whole hillside behind me is a spot of seepage and a place where water would come out if anyone were to dig only a couple of feet for it. And that is also something you see throughout what's behind me here, downtown Calgary and adjacent areas, because the whole area is just one big enormous aquifer, essentially. Anywhere you dig, you can create a spring. So as part of the war on rain and the war on water, and when you think about it, it's a war on us because we're mostly composed of water, that's something we should be aware of, and not forget that there's so much of a resource and so much beauty all around us all the time. So, speaking of that, someone who might not be appreciated as much as she could, I've thought, because of the way I've looked at the recent videos, that Alexa Ray Joel has unwittingly written an appropriate protest song for our times. She might not have intended it as a protest song, but at this time when it's very important to be reminded that people are monitoring each other for their safety, Notice Me, the title of the song, seems quite appropriate, and it seems to me it fits in some ways as a protest song because it's not explicitly written as a protest song. Thank you again, everyone. Check out the song perhaps if you like.